Hi everyone, welcome to Bonnie Carol Lee Makes Cards. Today's card features Simon Says Stamp's beautiful butterflies and outline clustered leaves. This slimline card explores ways to differentiate elements on a white-on-white card through dimension and texture. This video will also show how I make glitter paper, as I reached for my white and there was none. And that is exactly where we'll start, by making a pretty glittery background. I covered a 4x8 110-pound classic crest cardstock with Sukwang tape. This double-sided tape is very strong. The tape I used was 1 inch wide, so I was able to cover the panel quickly. After removing the backing from the tape, the panel was covered with a very fine white glitter and sandwiched between copy paper. I used the side edge of the bone folder to burnish the paper and then ran it through the die cutting machine a couple of times. When I removed the copy paper, it did stick a little bit, but I was able to remove it easily. This method produces a paper where the glitter does not fall off. So the next time you reach into your stash for a particular color of glitter paper and you do not have it, look to your fine glitter. This panel was cut with the largest die in Pinkfresh Studio Slim Ornate banners. I also die cut out of 110-pound classic crest cardstock 2 of the outline clustered leaves. The center of the leaves were popped out here and there. The one die cut was left intact and glued and attached to the glittered background. The second die cut of the clustered leaves was cut up to fill in the rest of the panel. Both the dimension created by the die cuts and the matte finish of the cardstock against the sparkly background really help this patterned background stand out. Once all my die cuts are attached, I turn my panel over and trim off all the overhanging bits. 3 butterflies from Simon Says Stamp's Beautiful Butterflies are stamped on vellum paper with Versamark ink. These images are heat embossed with Wow's clear sparkly embossing powder. The same butterflies, along with the sentiment Beautiful Friend, are stamped on white cardstock. This time they are heat embossed with Wow opaque white embossing powder. They are embossed twice for added dimension. This is particularly important for the sentiment. Without this dimension, the words would not be readable. All of the images are fussy cut, including the sentiment. The glittery panel was adhered to white sheet foam that has also been die cut from the Ornate banner die. It is attached to a heavy cardstock card base measuring 4 by 9 inches. The embossed sentiment Beautiful Friend is also mounted onto white sheet foam. As the excess foam is trimmed off, I slightly undercut at an angle so that my cutting doesn't have to be so precise. The vellum butterfly is attached to the corresponding paper one. Glue was placed down the body of the paper butterfly. The vellum butterfly was folded in half and then attached to it. The butterflies were glued in a staggered fashion on the panel. After adhering the sentiment, iridescent crystals were tucked in and amongst the leaves. To add dimension to the leaves where the centers have been popped out, I add Nouveau Glitter Drops White Blizzard, which is clear drying. And that finishes up this all-white slimline card featuring Simon Says Stamp, Beautiful Butterflies, and outline clustered leaves. As always, your visit is appreciated.